Hey, how's it going, everyone? Just want to give you an update of the petition campaigns. The title is Charlie Kirk would be proud because he's someone who I looked up with. He's a tabler. He would debate with people and get them to realize the truth about conservative values. And he was excellent at what he did. And so, very similar to my career path, I also debate with people, I table, but I work in the petition industry. And I'm here to tell you about the petition opportunity that's coming up in California and what I'm working on, just to make a video so you can recognize that this conservative movement is not going to stop. And Charlie Kirk was a hero, and now we see such a swell of so many young conservatives in all ages that are looking forward to getting active in the high schools and the community colleges, especially to get people awake, and the universities. We have to wake people up through debate because people have to realize the truth and they have to be shocked out of their stubbornness through facts. And Charlie was excellent at that. This is something I also do professionally as a career. I've been doing it for 20 years in the petition industry. I am arguably one of the best, if not the best petitioner in the country. I know it strokes my ego a little bit, but when I'm here in Colorado as one of the top only 50 people to be invited to the state and collecting the greatest stacks of petitions of anyone else in the office, I just know at this point that I'm great at what I do. I mean, I was one of the top people selected in the whole country, and I have the most of all people in the office. Now, the second guy that's closing in, doing about the same as me, like this week when he turned in, I saw his stack was about like mine. He was someone I invited, and I know all the best pros around the country. We can get anything on the ballot that people want. And our next campaign is coming up in California with campaign to have voter ID, which is a big deal because of all the sanctuary cities and all the illegal voters. It seems so controversial, but conservatives are going to run up and sign that for certain. And then we're getting two other petitioners that are more like workers' initiatives dealing with unions. So we'll see. You know, California is a very liberal state, but in general, we get petitions in California because the legislature is so bad at what they do. And most of them are for the independent voters and the conservatives. There are liberal petitions, but you can't blame all petitions because there's liberal petitions, because the petition process protects conservative values also. It is a double-edged sword, but if used properly, it can be used to limit government, and then we can get everybody involved, because that's where the debate comes in. When we debate about limited government and people realize the truth that we don't need big, powerful government to run our lives, they will sign petitions, whether on the left or, of course, the center or the right. So what we need is more moderate petitions, and we're going to see a lot of them. We're going to see great petitions in California, Colorado, where I'm working right now, Arizona, my home state. And I'm doing something different this year. I'm going to be recruiting people and passing the baton, teaching people how to be sub coordinators, because I'm leaving the petition industry as far as being in the field. I'm going to be focusing on my insurance study, my cryptocurrency focus, my ballot AI token. I'm focusing on all new industries of investment capital, industries of marketing, and I'm just going to be recruiting and growing with a team of coordinators I coach that will be able to make great passive income from all the recruits working, and who also will be out there in the field collecting signatures. And we have work coming up within the week. We have two petitions. We know we're going to be $2 each, two workers related issues. And then we're going to get the price on the voter ID issue tomorrow. So when that's set up, I'm looking forward to getting people out there. I may dip my toes in California, but right now I'm going to finish up Colorado. It's a really solid campaign out here, really great issues. We have about a month left, so I'm just working to help them here. In Colorado now, we're working to end sanctuary for felons. That means undocumented immigrants that are felons, that have already committed a violent crime or maybe reckless driving that could take a life. You know, those that have taken lives, those have taken 2, 3, 5 lives. Multi-felons, those are child kidnappers. They got to go. And I don't care what country you're from, you got to go back to your home country if you commit a crime like that. If you hurt children, we should send you a million miles away. And we are working to make sure that we have a moderate bill. It's more common sense that does not end sanctuary, because workers don't harm anyway. They don't really harm anybody unless they poop on the spinach. You know, as E. coli, you can wash that off. But just to keep it light, they're not causing any harm. So instead of being so radical left or so radical on the right, Let's focus on a middle path. We can all agree on a common sense path that allows people on the left and the right to agree to disagree, but find harmony and solve the problem finally. Not necessarily to kick everyone out, because that will just uh, have potentially negative effects on farms and other industries, maybe hotels, for example. But we can keep the workers. But if they're a felon, we get to send them home. Very controversial issue. I was called a Nazi. I was protested against. I'm not a Nazi, and I just don't like violent crime. The statistics are really bad. There's a lot of child kidnappers that are undocumented. A lot of the children that are accompanying undocumented immigrants are not their own children. This has been discovered. The Biden administration lost a lot of children. Trump's getting them back and working to find them their homes now. And there is a big problem with that. And, the left can't argue that just because there's a worker in the field or a mother taking care of a baby here, that does not justify giving sanctuary to the murderers, rapists, child kidnappers. I mean, child kidnappers are horrible, and there's the sex trafficking problem. And a lot of undocumented felons have to do with that because they can bring them over the border and disguise them as their own children. And there's a lot of problems with that. So we're dealing with fentanyl, the number one killer of all preventable diseases and drugs. Fentanyl is being brought in mass. Yes, there's a lot of white people that sell it and people from the country, but where do they get it from? They get it from cartels. Cartels bring it from other countries. They have tunnels. I know Trump's trying to seal those up. They have other methods. They have connections. When they get out of the prison here, they can call them up. They can get right back into the gang. So we want to end that cycle, send them home. Shape up or ship out is what my parents used to tell me. And we expect the same from undocumented individuals. It seems controversial, but if you're doing crimes, it's no good. And again, we're not kicking out everybody in Colorado. We have a moderate bill. Now, the voter ID petition that's coming out is going to be popular in the right areas. And I do kind of want to work it. I hope they have a good pay. If it's like $4 or $5, I mean, I'm probably going to have to work that. It's going to be pretty good. But Colorado is ending soon, and I really just want to go home. I want to get the ball rolling and find my sub-coordinators, though. So that's why I'm making this video, just to give you a little detail what's going on. And what I'm really doing is I'm managing my crypto. Like right now, I have several pools with some just in the hundreds, some in the thousands, some in the tens of thousands, getting passive interest every day. Passive income and yield. And I'm teaching people how to do that. And I have a great program because, Petition allows me to do this. I was able to stack up my money, and I can continue to stack, but now I can get this passive income. I can live off of it and grow my business. So that is the master plan. Finish my insurance study, get licensed, start promoting more, getting people into the passive income, decentralized finance space. And I will be coaching a lot of individuals. So if you want to be a part of that, let me know. We have free information in the Telegram right now that will make any banker jealous, with APR above 10%, not up to 17% for free. And then when you pay your way in, you give a very small amount up to your choice, or you can give a large amount. It's your choice. Half goes to the Project Foundation DAOs. That will be for locked liquidity and giveaways and other benefits for the community. And the other half pays me as a commission. So if you like the value I've put in there, you can just give what you want, and you can always upgrade. And the more you invest in the program, the more you can earn from referrals you make. Because when you say you can get APY on your stable coins, okay, stable coins that don't go up and down, from 10 to 17%, and then you can see that there's actually yield greater than that, 20 to 30%. And even beyond that, 30 to 40%. This keeps going, 40 to 50, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, and more. That's just incredible yield that you can live off during the bear market when everything's crashing. And this is the place where you can capture your gains during the bull market, so you actually take profits. So every time we see Ethereum bump up like this, I'm going to be taking some big profits. So every time Bitcoin pops up and all these alts pop up, Ethereum and others, I'm going to be taking profits in stable coins and locking them in at these really high yields. And I invite you to be a part of this, because these pools with 100% APY are incredible. And I have multiple pools like that, where you can put in like 12 grand and you're looking at $1,000 a month passive income. It's serious. It's legit. And I've been doing it for years. And right now is the time to expand on this knowledge and capitalize on it by selling the information. But like I said, it's a contribution that's open ended. You can give what you want, and you can give later what you feel the value is. You can even give after you've profited, and that's okay. But I just have certain guidelines and steps I like to see you take, certain referral programs I like to see you support me in that pay me on the back end through the companies that will also pay you for participating. And it's a great way to leverage your money, make your money make money for you. And it's incredible. Once you get to this space, you get a certain amount of stable coins locked in. You can make passive income during the bear and bull market, and you can just keep growing that stable coin balance with yield. One of them, for example, I can get 50% APY. I just found today, put into the level 5 group, 55% APY on Trump's new USD1 and the USDC token. So when they're swapped between each other, you can get 50% APY, not having to do any trades, just sitting back, passive income daily. So if you have 24,000 in that pool and stable coins, you'd be looking at $1,000 a month passive income constantly paying you, and it goes down over time. And the thing is, when more people pool in, the APY goes down even further. So that's why you're not hearing all the influencers talking about it. But I'm going to be the one to break the mold. I'm going to be able to bring this mainstream. I'm giving you incentives and ways to get into it, starting these lower pools, in such a collaboration between dozens of lower pools and then medium pools and higher end pools. We can spread this out and have a great portfolio getting passive yield. And this does not include the extremely high yield on the volatile tokens also found in these farms. So when you get access to a new level with the stable coins, you also get access to a new level with extremely valuable mid caps, micro caps with really high yield on Ethereum and Bitcoin and other tokens that are the top market cap tokens. So we're going to be changing the game, and big deal I'm going to be upgrading the website for is how to leverage business finance, personal credit, and business credit to extract that capital from the banks and put it into crypto and business. And I'm looking for entrepreneurs also to join me in the petition business and raise capital so that we can take over the whole petition industry. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, and it's well worth investing in. So if you're interested in maximizing your personal credit, if you're here in the US, if you can do that, and you can then get your business credit up, you can raise a lot of money. And I'm getting to the business side of capital fundraising right now, which is extremely exciting. And that's why I don't need to petition right now. I have a bunch of cards. Actually, this is my 3 newest cards I need to activate. And, there's like an extra $20,000+ I'm sitting at on personal credit just within the last month and a half, thanks to an agency I'm working with that I'm now collaborating with as well. And next, we're going after the business capital, looking to get like 150K and more. So stay tuned for that. I can't wait to show you what's going on. We're going to be growing the Ballot AI project and economic lift through what's called the Yin Yang DAO. We are going to have staking set up soon, and we can start making money off of this project from its micro cap inception, especially with the staking. And we're going to one of the top auditing companies you can find, Halborn, as a top priority. They're going to give an estimate as soon as that code's delivered. It might even be just a few days after this weekend. I'm going to Halborn. I'm going to be going to Hacken and a few other companies, and then getting a quote and paying the big bucks for the audit, because that professional audit is what we need. I'm not cutting any corners on security again. Security is number one priority. We're not going to let anyone hack this program. We're going to make millions and billions of dollars and make the dev that scammed us sorry, because I am going to sue them. I'm going to subpoena the dev, and I will be able to have justice in that. And that may actually bring some more capital into the program. But I'm not relying on it. I'm going to focus on being extremely successful first, and then make the dev realize that he really fucked up. And then I'm going to sue the shit out of him and send him to prison for cybercrime. And it's not going to be pretty, because I can definitely subpoena him. I have his personal information. He's just an idiot. Thinks he can get away with it because he's in another country on the other side of the world. Like, I can't take a plane out to Serbia. You don't think I can get a lawyer in Serbia? Yeah, he's gonna bite it hard. But I'm gonna go ahead and focus on success for the business and all the community first. And yeah, that audit's coming up. The staking's coming up. What else can I tell you? Great opportunity for you to get into the business lending space. If you want to be a referral, bring someone in to make a commission. If you can find some partners for me, that would like to earn, then we can talk about commissioning you out. And don't forget the free alpha inside the Telegram to get your APR on stablecoins. If you're not taking profits yet, then you haven't been paying attention, because I've been telling people to invest since the very bottom at 1600 over a couple of years ago. I bought in January. It was like January 9th. It was Bitcoin's birthday. It was right around that time. And I bought in all my stable coins from the last bear market and flipped it into Bitcoin. And over time, I flipped that Bitcoin into Ethereum and other mid caps and so forth. And it was just a tremendous experience. I was able to get in at the very bottom, and I've been buying consistently, getting to the highest amount of tokens I've ever had before another parabolic run. And I'm really looking forward to this. We're going to go to the moon, and I want you to be there with me. I hope you can make life-changing money as well. I have solid strategy that works in bull and bear markets. This is my third cycle. Been in this for almost 12 years, since 2015. So, let's get this going. We're going to make a lot of crypto money together. We're going to change the world. Most importantly, it's not about the money, it's about the impact. And I'm here to make an impact. So check out what we're doing with the Yin Yang smart contract on Telegram. The website is yinyang.now.site. As you think it's interesting learning about these two polar programs that are opposites that work together, economic lift and valid AI. Wait till you learn about the 5 elements and how that applies. Because my Taoist theory training martial arts for years has led me to these ideas that will absolutely transform the world, and nothing can stop me, because I'm dedicated and I'm committed and I'm focused. So we're going to make massive change, and I hope you can be a part of that. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. What else? I want to say? Find me on X, send me a message. I might have a gift for you. I am going to be doing some token giveaways, so definitely follow me on X at Liberty Economy. I appreciate you. Thank you.